Hello, this is Pop. I'd like to welcome you to another exciting episode of DNA Hardwired, Common Sense Turned Upside Down. And with me are my co-hosts, Jackie and his brother Aaron. And we're looking forward to another exciting episode on DNA Hardwired, Common Sense Turned Upside Down. On our last episode, we spent a little time talking about violence between black men and black women in relationships. And man, I tell you, we went all the way back to Socrates. Brother Aaron took us all the way back to Socrates. And so we went over some history. So you guys got anything you want to add to that? Because what we'll do is we're going to also, on this episode, we'll get into this thing about black males not being in the home and some reasons for that. But any thoughts on the last episode or anything else you guys want to add?
I'm going to say this. We got to learn to focus on these facts, not on your feelings, because those two things have nothing to do with each other. There's a narrative that's been pushed through our community, i.e. more black men in prison than are in college. All that nonsense. I disagree. That's not true. The numbers don't bear it out, but it took hold in the early 90s. And I don't, and you still hear those statements being quoted in 2026. It's not true.
You don't think that there's a large number of black men in prison?
There are not more black men in prison than there are in college. No way. No way.
Well, now I'm going to have to research that one because I don't know. I don't even have a clue on that one. But as far as black men being in prison, there are more black men in prison than any other race of men.
Absolutely not.
There is. What other race?
Not.
What other race of men in America have more?
If black men make up 9% of the population, there's no way to have more black men in college in prison than any other race. Absolutely. Not.
Well, let me put it this way.
Not only that, hold on.
Go ahead.
Let's think of another thing. Black men are present and prevalent in large majority only in America. It's a big world out here.
Yeah.
Take into account that everywhere got a prison.
Yeah, I agree. And let me back up too. There's definitely percentage-wise, there's a larger percentage of black males in prison than any other race, or percentage of that race.
Okay. Let's pull it up. Let's go look at it.
Well,
if we're only arguing percentages,
yeah,
I would absolutely say that because simply put, in by and large, we are a very small population. We're not that large.
Thank you.
Well,
So say that we make up per capita, and then you think of laws and legislation that got us there.
I agree with that.
It's funny that you mentioned that. Right?
I agree with that, though. I agree with some of the reasons that it's so high, but nonetheless, it is high. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
By and large, I touched on this about 3 episodes ago, maybe even 4.
Mm-hmm.
But I said legislation hurts you more than simple. I forgot exactly the way I finished that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you take into things like Clinton crime bill, when you take into account the legislation that got us there,
mm-hmm.
simply put, it's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything that black men like to do has always been demonized.
Mm-hmm.
We have found a way to legislate it. There was a time where you could drive home and have a beer in your car.
Yep.
Come on. There was a time where you could smoke marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
There's a time where, simply put, man, when the army was giving you, when the military was giving you coke, it wasn't a problem. But when black men came back from Vietnam, all of a sudden we got a legislator.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if we take into account the legislation, those numbers that you're going to give no longer matter. It's not that it takes. It's not that it takes a back seat. It no longer matters because anything that we do by and large is going to be legislated. You have always been the most targeted group on the planet. That's not going to change. That has never changed.
Well, I won't disagree. I won't disagree that laws and politics and racism. I will acknowledge that this has contributed to the large number of black men in prisons. That's been in prisons. I will acknowledge that. But what I would do is caution us black men to be aware of those traps that's out there and do the best we can to try to walk around them as much as possible.
You don't think we did? You don't think that has a lot to do with the over-policing in our community? You don't think that has a lot to do with the fact that you don't fit black men and you don't fit black police officers in black communities? You no longer see that black guy policing communities anymore. Why not? Thank you.
Why not? Why do you think that's not? Why do you think that doesn't happen?
There's an understanding with him. He sees. He don't just see a black kid riding and smoking weed. He sees his nephew. He sees his cousin. He don't just see a black man riding around smoking weed. He sees his uncle. He sees his counterpart.
Yeah.
It's a whole different legislation when you put him in your community.
Right.
And you want to know the other fun fact about that? When we policed our own, we weren't violent. Thank you.
I would agree with that.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, thanks to your democratic legislation,
Democratic, brother, come on, go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm just trying to get to a point. I'm
go
just
ahead.
Trying to see if we agree on something.
All right, go ahead.
No, I'm done. But I just wanted to point out a few things. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, matter of fact, that's kind of leading us into the next thing I want to spend a little bit of time on, which is talking about Obama anyway, because somebody sent me a video recently about there was this podcaster that was talking about how the Democrats and how Obama hadn't done nothing for black folk, and so I wanted to kind of touch on that, and I think we touched on this previously too, Jackie. I don't know if Aaron was in on this, but
Aaron was on this. Let me say this: I don't think Obama should have done anything for black people in the sense of what you think. I just said that to you to let you know that someone went down from a data standpoint and said Obama didn't do shit for Negroes.
Right.
That was me.
Yeah. Well, the video that you sent, Brother Jackie, evidently that brother didn't do his research, because I'm going to run some stuff down now, and you guys let me know if you think that is bogus or what. But let me see here. So first, I'm going to talk about things that Obama specifically did for black folk. As we know, though, presidents shouldn't be picking out a race and saying, I'm going to do this specifically for that race, but they should consider things that might be needed for that particular race or other group. But I'm gonna run down the things that. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, yeah. So let me go ahead and run this down. During Obama's presidency, he implemented policies aimed at reducing disparities for black Americans, including slashing the black unemployment rate in half, expanding health insurance coverage to 3 million African Americans, and investing over $4 billion in historically black colleges and universities. He also focused on criminal justice reform, which we was just kind of talking about, financial protections, and mentoring programs. Some specific things that he did. And I'll cover each one, and then you guys can address it. One of the specific things that he did, as far as economic opportunity, the administration aimed to reduce unemployment in black communities, resulting in a significantly lower unemployment rate and reduced poverty level by the end of his term. He was in office for 8 years. He served 2 terms. He also allowed felons, again, talking about the black folks being incarcerated. He also allowed felons to qualify for SBA loans, and he implemented the Dodd-Frank Act, which included measures for fair lending. So that was one of the things he did. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Dodd-Frank, I was a mortgage broker. Dodd-Frank didn't help black people. Stop that. You can't put that out there. Absolutely not. Dodd-Frank did not help black people. Stop that.
Okay.
No, man. No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
so I don't know much about. I've heard of Dodd-Frank, the Dodd-Frank Act. I've heard of it. So you fill me in. What basically just sum up what that act was about?
Hold on. I got no from on the Dodd-Frank.
Okay, okay. I'll let you look that up, and then you get
Dodd-Frank didn't do anything for black people. Dodd-Frank did something for other nationalities out there. It didn't do anything for black people.
Well, let me ask you this. So let me ask you this. Now, based upon what you just said, I can already say that that's not correct, because in order for it to only affect other people other than black folk, I would think it'd have to specify this is only for this is for non-black folk, and I doubt if that's what it says. But anyway, what we'll do, you have problems with that. We'll come back around on that one. We'll have a come back around on that one. Okay.
Dodd-Frank was technically more regulation in the mortgage industry.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll dive deep into it. Maybe on the next one we'll go ahead and get more into that. But Dodd-Frank, education, the area of education, the White House initiative on. Go ahead. Somebody stopping me?
Dodd-Frank was preventing predatory lending. Predatory lending wasn't just targeted to black people; it was poor white people in there.
Well, no, I'm just saying it did benefit black people too, though. Now,
go ahead.
Yeah, let me go ahead, and like I said, we'll both get our stuff together and come back to Dodd-Frank. So in the area of education, we're still talking about some key things that President Obama did, mainly targeting black folks. Education. Through the White House initiative on educational excellence for African Americans, he increased. We already said about increasing the funding for HBCUs. The administration aimed to improve educational outcomes. Criminal justice reform. Obama reduced or worked to reduce sentences disparities, because we all agree that in the judicial system, sentencing definitely worked against black folk. But he worked in reducing sentences disparities between crack and powder cocaine. And we all agree that there was a time where, crack cocaine, which is cocaine, just like powder cocaine. But the sentencing, the penalties for possessing crack cocaine, which initially was mainly a drug for black folk, and powder cocaine, white folks tended to use that. But Barack tried to reduce the disparities in those two sentencing for those two possession, those two drugs. He created a task force on policing and addressing trust issues between police and communities. Because I think you mentioned this a little earlier, Aaron, about black policemen in the neighborhood versus others. And there was a trust issue, rightly so. Health access. We're still talking about things that Barack specifically did that benefited black folk. The Affordable Care Act provided coverage to roughly 3 million previously uninsured African Americans. He targeted, this one is specifically about targeting mentorship. He launched a program called My Brother's Keeper in 2014. It was basically a mentorship initiative targeting boys and young men of color. I mean, specifically targeting boys and young men of color to improve life outcomes. Judicial appointments. He appointed a historic number of black federal judges, including 26 African American women. And talking about appointments, I mean, look at what this administration is doing. They not appointing no black folk; they firing them. Civil rights and community initiatives. Established the White House Initiative on Historically Black Colleges and Universities, and supported the Fair Housing Act. Okay, anything you want to comment on that as far as anything?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to. Why is it every time we talk about a black president, we talk about what he tried to do, not what he got accomplished?
I thought some of those things I told you he did accomplish.
No. Everything you said related to him. He tried. Everything that matters.
No. Here's what he did. He reduced unemployment in black communities by half. He did that. He allowed felons to qualify for SBA loans, which didn't happen before. He did that. He didn't try it. Healthcare. He came up with affordable healthcare for over 3 million previously uninsured African Americans. He came up with a program. All right, go ahead.
See, let's handle one point at a time, because when we ramble them off,
okay,
we don't get to dissect them. Therefore, we miss the whole point.
Okay, then. All right. So you want me to?
The purpose of Obamacare was to make sure your premiums did not go up, and it maintained what you were currently paying with better coverage. That was the promise with Obamacare. You cannot say he insured 3 million additional African Americans when you made every other one pay way more. What you're telling me is he made everybody else subsidize an additional 3 million African Americans. That is not a solution. That is a bigger problem. Now let's go.
Okay, so let me address what you just said. So some other black Americans end up paying a little bit more in their health premiums, health coverage, to help.
No, ain't no little bit more. That's not what we're doing. No,
we're minimizing the real issue.
What's the real issue?
Didn't pay a little bit more, and the people that I know who were previously insured, they didn't pay a little bit more either. They paid a lot more.
Okay, all right. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. So other black Americans end up having to pay, because of Obamacare, they had to pay more in their premiums and health coverage to help ensure that at least 3 million previously uninsured African Americans got health coverage. So he did that. So the negative part from you guys on that is some people had to look, man, come on. Would you guys come on and let's get serious? Nope. Let me finish here for a second. Let me finish. No, we're still on this issue. Let me finish. We're still on this issue. Please, let me finish. We're still on this issue. Are you guys aware of what the hell is going on now with this administration and the money? And you're going to talk about it. Wait, let me. No, yes, we are. This is what, brother. This is what. No. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about where Obama made us, let's say he made us pay a little bit more, or a lot more. Let's say a lot more. He made us pay a lot more. Let me lower my voice. He made us pay a lot more in health coverage to help people, black Americans who didn't have health coverage, couldn't afford it. He made us pay a lot more in our health coverage to ensure that they got covered. We got a man right now that done started a war. It's costing $1 billion. It's costing $1 billion a day or a week, whatever it is. It's a lot of money. This man just diverted. He just took money for his so-called board of peace, and he diverted billions of dollars into some other account that only he has access to. This man has made at least $4 billion for him personally. And you going to tell me something about Obama doing something for other people?
Yeah, because what I'm telling you is I understand insurance kickback. So if you think Obama didn't get a kickback behind making sure
Show me.
that those
Show me.
insurance companies were well compensated
Show
for their
me.
services, which simply put,
Aaron,
did
brother,
nothing toward the promise.
brother, find me something. Find me something. Even on the right side where it says that Obama got some kind of kickback because people had health coverage. Find me something. We can pick it up later. I'm listening.
This has been a very understood understanding throughout politics. I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Well, we can say stuff.
That's where the conversation came from.
Yeah.
That's where the term came from.
Now, Aaron, now you checked me, and you said, Pop, you gave all this stuff about supposedly Obama. Let's be specific and let's dig in. Now you up here talking about Obama got kickbacks, and there's nothing that says he did. So let's go ahead.
I'm telling you is nobody ever discloses their kickbacks until lawsuits pop.
Trump does. Trump.
When did he expose his kickback?
I'm telling you that there's facts out. I'm telling you that there's facts out there what this man is doing as far as getting money. And that ain't, let me tell you something, brother. It's not even kickback. He's just stealing it. He's taking money from us.
That's my point.
Yeah.
That's my point. It's a difference in a man that's stealing and a man that's selling you out.
Oh my God. Come on, brother. Here we go with this story. Here we go with this narrative where here we go. Let me finish. Here we go with this narrative. Well, the thing about, at least with Trump, you know he's stealing from you. You know, Obama, you don't know whether or not he's stealing from you or not. But at least with Trump, I feel more comfortable because I know he's stealing from me. But anyway, let me. That's not it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
What we miss on that point every time is I don't expect nothing from white America, but there's a such thing as representative government. You got to give me something. If you're going to take something from me, you got to give me something.
And I agree with you.
The representative government has always been here. It didn't just get here.
I agree with you.
Every president who's ever been through that White House has benefited from a form of it, and he gave back to his constituents. I did not get that with Obama.
I'm trying to run.
So why my problem is with Obama, why I despise his presidency, why I despise his 8 years, is because I didn't get my kickback.
I'm trying to explain to you that you did, brother.
Has always gotten there.
I'm trying to explain to you, brother, that you did get some kickback.
You can't explain it to me, Pops. I lived it.
I got you. Okay. All right. So let me go to another specific thing that he did. No, well, I'm gonna stop on that one. I'm gonna stop on that one because I can see that they ain't gonna happen with that one. So let's take a look at things that Obama did for the country and its people, not just specifically for blacks, but they. So
a better approach.
Yeah, okay, has a better approach. where maybe you benefit from this one, Aaron. But Barack Obama's presidency from 2009 to 2017 basically focused on recovering from the 2008 financial crisis, reforming healthcare, shifting foreign policy. Key actions included signing the Affordable Care Act, which we've already talked about, rescuing the auto industry, passing the $787 billion Recovery Act, authorizing the mission, killing Osama bin Laden, blah, 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 and enacted environmental regulations like the Paris Accord, which Trump took us out of. But anyway, so let's dig in specifically on the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act, 2009. There was a $787 billion stimulus package designed to jumpstart the economy, creating jobs and preventing further economic collapse. I'm assuming that you could have benefited from that, Aaron. The auto industry rescue bailed out General Motors and Chrysler, saving roughly 1 million jobs. By the way, that money that was invested in those companies, that money was paid back by the auto industries with interest. We made a few dollars off of that. And plus,
I'm sure it was. I'm
Sounds like
sure
a
it was.
kickback, Pop.
To the government.
Sounds just like a kickback.
Yeah, but to the government, not to Obama, but to the government.
Sure it was.
Wall
Sure
Street
it was.
reform. Now here's
Hey,
one. Here's
Hey,
one
Pop.
that. Go ahead,
Hey,
brother.
Pop.
Go ahead, brother.
Watch this. Hey, Pop, I got a question for you.
All right, go ahead.
Why are companies obligated to pay the government back when the government's job is to operate on the zero sum budget every year?
Well, here's my thought on that. Here's my thought on that.
Let's get into it.
Here's my thought on that. The government shouldn't be giving me money. If I'm a business owner and my business is failing, I don't think the government should be. And that's a problem I do have with our government. I don't think our government should be giving companies money with no prospect of getting paid back with interest.
Hold on, Pop.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Now, the federal government in this country, and I learned this years ago, is obligated to provide housing for its citizens.
What do you mean? I don't understand that. What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, the federal government is obligated to help regulate rent payments and all this and other.
Now you change your message. You change your message up.
Hold on, watch this.
Go ahead.
No, the federal government is obligated to provide fair housing.
Okay, I'd agree with that. To make sure fair housing is available.
That's a conflict of interest. They're in the same bed with JP Morgan, Wells Fargo.
No.
Countrywide Mortgage back in the day.
No. All they're supposed to do is to try to make sure it's available. They don't provide it. No. They try to make sure fair housing is available.
Pop,
go ahead.
When they're in business or when they're partnering with JP Morgan and Chase, they're in the same business. You're not gonna play that game.
Well,
that's the reason. That was the reason for. Hold up.
Go ahead.
That was the reason for the bailout.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I personally,
for the bailout.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I know that there are some situations where the federal government helps companies and don't get paid back. But what I'm trying to tell you is, in this case, they got paid. And what I'm trying to tell you, first of all, I don't agree with that necessarily. I think that when that company becomes solvent, I think they should pay it back. But in this case, from my understanding, the auto industry, the auto industry did do that with interest. But go ahead, brother.
Okay, let me say this in there. And this was I learned years ago. That let's say you took out a loan to provide low income housing to said population. So if that is your business and that's the lane that you're in, you can borrow money backed by the government. And after 5 years of a successful business, your loans become forgivable. That's a policy that's out there.
Okay.
So the government is in bed with these big companies. Don't ever think they're not. That's my issue. They got their hands is in the pot, in the same pot.
Okay. So I was talking specifically about a situation where Obama, his administration, bailed out General Motors and Chrysler. He saved millions of jobs in the process. And the money was paid back, with interest. That's all I was saying. That was something specifically that he did. Now, here's one that Jackie gonna like, and we're gonna have to get back on this one. But Wall Street reform, signed the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act to overhaul financial regulations. Comment on that one, Jackie? No.
Like I said,
I know.
Dodd-Frank. There was a lot of predatory lending going on, and it wasn't just like it. I was in the mortgage business at that time.
Yeah,
I was in the mortgage business at the time. We had account execs covered from New York, and this is when I was in that game. I remember having a meeting at the company that I worked for in Phoenix, a county exec from New York come down, New York Stock Exchange, and says, okay, every credit report that you pulled in the last year, that was 550 with 2 trade lines. That y'all denied that loan. Go back and call them and tell them we can get them a mortgage today. Dude showed up. You got $50 million. You got $50 million, and he planned on leaving in Phoenix because that he matter of fact his goal was to go back to New York. Broke his joke. He lent out all $50 million to homeowners to buyers that wanted to buy homes.
Okay.
That was the game. Okay. That was the game. I went to Vegas with a county exec. They took us some of the top producers. I go to Vegas. It's like 2007, 2006, 2007. Going to Vegas, telling us all about these new programs. Carte blanche. Everything was carte blanche. The rooms paid for. Drinks are paid for. Shows paid for. Whatever you wanted to do in Vegas for that weekend. Because they sitting down there, these guys sitting down there with $200-300 million worth of money that they're dropping in these markets. It wasn't the loan officers that drove the business in the ground. It was Wall Street. And who did Obama have to bail out? Wall Street. The J.P. Morgan Chase.
Self-inflicted fuck up.
Okay.
Let's just all call it what it is. Self-inflicted fuck up.
Okay.
That's who you wouldn't make a bunch of money.
Watch this. Pop, if I had a 550 FICO score, you wouldn't give me 50 cents on the candy bar, and Aaron co-signing on me to pay the other 50 cents. But the banks are doing it for $500,000 mortgage.
Okay. All right. Again, what we'll do is this Dodd-Frank thing, since it's for me it's confusion because I don't really know exactly what it did or what it was supposed to do and what it did. All right. Sometimes things just like with the ACA, sometimes things start out they're good intentions and sometimes they don't end up as well. So maybe that was one of those good intention things and it didn't end up well. I'm not sure. So that's something I'm going to personally.
I'll pull out the highlights of Dodd-Frank because I was in that space.
Bro, that sounds like all Democratic legislation.
Thank you.
What Prof just said, it started out as one thing, but this is what it became. It started out good. No, it didn't. We have too many people, bro, in positions to tell you exactly what the grand scheme is and what the cause is going to be. To miss this, bro. It was the plan. It wasn't an accident. It was the plan.
So let me ask you this one. Let me ask you this, Brother Aaron. Talking to what you're talking about right now. Let me ask you this. So I know you're aware of this, but General Motors and Chrysler, the auto industry, it was in trouble. It was about to fold. Obama did
bail them out.
Let me. I'm just gonna say. All I'm saying is Obama, his administration, it bailed them out. So was that not a good thing?
That was a horrible thing.
That was a
horrible thing. This is America.
Okay.
We're built on competition. If you can't get the job done, let's bring somebody else in that can. You don't go and bail out. What did the bailout do as it pertains to inflation today? Like as it pertains to what I'm paying.
It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything. It didn't do anything because the money was paid back to the government with interest.
No, the kickback was paid out. The kickback was paid out.
Well, I think you're talking about something that we can't verify. We can't verify that there was any kickback. All we can verify. This is all we can verify. The General Motors and Chrysler. This is what we can verify. They were in financial trouble. They were about to fold, and Obama gave them some money. They didn't fold as a result of that. There were millions of jobs that were saved. and the industry got and the government got paid back. Those are the things that we can verify. Now, anything outside of that, I don't know. But what we can verify, me personally, I think it was a pretty good thing. But I understand this is a debate. Everybody got their opinion, and I'm not right, and you not wrong. That's all I can say. So let me.
You must got a Corvette.
Huh?
You must got a Corvette.
I'll tell you, I used to own some General Motor cars, but no, I don't have a Corvette. I never owned a Vet. Never owned a Vet. Never owned a Vet. They're nice cars, but I never owned a Vet. But okay,
there we go. You have an affinity for those companies.
No, I have an affinity for America. I have an affinity for America. I want us all to do well. Go ahead.
Hey, Pop,
go ahead.
Don't take this the wrong way.
I won't, brother.
I'm gonna say this to Aaron, he'll get it. I love my baby mama. I never let her
go. Yeah, I'll tell you guys. I'll tell you. I've been around a long, long time, as y'all already know. I've been around a long time, and I think what happened was this is what happened. I've learned that there's certain things you need to do in order to survive and have a halfway decent life, and there's certain things that you shouldn't be doing. So that's kind of what I've learned. So that's why I have the philosophy that I have, and that's why I see the two different parties the way I see them. That's why I see Trump the way I see Trump. That's why I see Obama the way I saw Obama. Obama wasn't perfect. Trump wasn't perfect. But one, he has the potential to destroy this damn country and do a lot of damage to the world. And the other one didn't do that. So that's where I'm at with this whole thing. And I understand we got different opinions. But let me cover a couple more things, and then we'll wrap it up. A couple more things that Obama did for the country and the people. Now, wait a minute. Here's what I want you guys to do. Could we do this on the next episode, if you don't mind? If you could. I'm running down some things that Obama said he did. The Democrats said he did. Please do me a favor and just, even if they're lies, like Obama, these are all lies. Give me some lies that Trump and the Republicans said they were going to do and did, because I'm not hearing that side. All I'm hearing is, go ahead.
And truth be told, man, you're absolutely right on that part.
Mm-hmm.
The other side of that is, Pop, I keep going back to this because it means something to me. It should mean something to everybody. There's a such thing as representative government. And when you don't get it from the people that you put in office, the people that could not get there without you, simply put, you are way more hurt than putting somebody in there that you hate that didn't do anything for you.
And see, and that was one of those lessons.
The next person get in there,
go ahead,
that hates you, he understands that you don't demand nothing. And when you don't demand nothing, you don't get nothing. When you didn't demand it from somebody who looked like you, that you really put in there, like when you didn't get nothing from Clinton, it hurt you.
No, I got a lot from Clinton.
From Obama, it hurt you.
I got a lot from Obama.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
That's perceived.
Yeah, no, that's real. That's reality.
Here's the thing. If you got something, everybody would have.
They
did.
The thing
about something for me.
They did.
Here's the thing about something for me.
Go ahead, brother.
Something for me doesn't look like financial favor.
I agree with you.
Something for me looks like let's suspend this immunity that cops have.
I agree with you.
Make sure it's uncomfortable to pull that trigger because you were scared.
I agree with you.
Let's make it uncomfortable to pull over that guy because you're racially profiled.
And what I'm trying to tell you, brother,
what
I'm trying to tell you is Obama's administration tried to do that, brother. I'm just trying to tell you. I can go back again and dig deeper. What I'll do is I'll go back again and I'll dig deeper for what Obama tried to do with prison reform and criminal justice and all that. I will dig deeper on that. I'm just telling you, I've done research on and I followed
You
it.
hear that word again?
What's that?
Try.
No, he did.
There's a such thing as we'll put in an executive order. We'll make sure you do it.
Yeah.
We'll make sure you play.
Well, see, one of the things you need to realize, and I know you do, because you're a smart man. One of the things you need to realize that many times when Obama put something in, he's not a dictator. It's just like the Affordable Health Care Act. If you really, really want to be honest and take a deep dive into what happened to the Affordable Health Care Act, it was the Republicans. They decimated it. If you look back over the beginning of Obamacare and where it is now, you will see every step along the way, its failures, it was the Republicans. They've been hammering away at it because, I'm going to let you ask the question, but they've been hammering at it because this black man did something that no other president, which was all white in previous administration, they couldn't do it. He did it. They could not stand that. So every step of, matter of fact, was it McConnell? I think it was Mitch McConnell. They said they were going to do everything to make it fail. But I'm sorry, go ahead. You was going to ask me something.
If Trump didn't get it, you think we would have got an executive order?
Now say that again, brother. What do you mean? So I didn't understand that.
If Trump promised it and it didn't happen, do you think we would have gotten an executive order?
So you said if Trump promised it.
If Trump made a promise.
Right.
And he couldn't pull it off, do you think we would have gotten an executive order?
He would have tried because he's doing it now. You're right. Yep, he would have tried.
No, he's not trying, Pop. He's not trying. Let's stop disrespecting him. He is not trying.
I'll tell you.
Like him or not,
yeah, I'll tell you. Yeah, no. There's a lot of executive orders. There's a lot of executive orders that Trump is trying to get passed. They end up getting to the court.
Down everything along the way, baby.
Yeah, but that's okay. But there's a lot of crucial, critical executive orders that Trump has been trying to pass, and they've been getting shot down for the most part. So, and that's what I was trying to say earlier. But that's what I was trying to say earlier. That's what Obama was fighting. He was fighting the fact that, first of all, he was a Democrat. That was the first thing. And then worst of all, he was the first black president. He was fighting that too. But go ahead.
Can we agree that executive order is available for every president?
Yeah, it is, but that don't mean it's going to work.
Then let's stop making it. That's not true. It's called an executive order for a reason. It's going to work.
No. I can. What I'll do. That's another thing on my agenda. I will make a list. I will make a list of the executive orders that Trump has implemented, and they got shot down by the court. One of them was, I can tell you right off, one of them was the tariffs. One of them was tariffs. I can tell you that right off. He enacted an executive order, got shot down by the court. Go ahead, brother.
Trump is shutting down your government when you don't hear him.
I hear you. I agree with you.
There's no such thing as you ain't hearing this dude.
I agree with you.
No such thing as There's no such thing as we gonna work this out in a minute.
I got you. I'm agreeing with you.
That man said, when I tell you Trump is the epitome, and I don't like him. Let's put that out there. I don't like him at all. That is the epitome of representative government.
Yeah.
When you don't give me what I promised my constituents, I'll shut your shit down.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
That's not a problem.
Yeah. Here's the problem. No. Here's the problem. He did not promise. He did not promise his constituents higher tariffs. He did not promise. Matter of fact, he promised them the opposite.
No.
Let me finish. He promised them lower taxes, and he gave them the opposite. He promised them that there would be no wars, and he gave them a war that we didn't ask for. So no. So Trump is a prime example. Trump is a prime example of someone who is not following through with what he promised his constituents. To me, he's a prime example. But anyway, brothers, I tell you what, I'm gonna give you guys a chance to go ahead and make some more comments, and then we're gonna go ahead and close it out. But go ahead, whatever you guys want to say, I'm gonna give you guys time, and then we'll close it out. But take as much time as you want.
Honestly, man, I truly appreciate the time. Can't wait to do it again. See you next time, my guy.
All right, brother. And I appreciate you, Aaron, for taking me to task anyway, because I really think what this discussion does is it shows both sides or all sides. It shows the left, the middle, and the right. And I think that that's more of what we need. I will agree with you on this one, brother. Democrats, in a lot of ways, they're politicians. So in a lot of ways, they're no different than Republicans in that they will make promises that they have no intention of keeping. Don't get me wrong, brother. I understand that Democrats do that too. But the Republicans, especially Donald Trump, I have to tell you, I don't hate Donald Trump. I've said this before. I don't even dislike Donald Trump. The brother's good at his game. I have to give him credit. He is good at what he's a con man, and I mean he's damn good at it. The man has got elected twice. How can I hate on that? This man got elected. He got elected twice as the president of the United States, right? And with his record from the first time, he got elected the second time. And there's people out there right now saying, "Look, if this brother run a third time, he my man." So I'm not going to hate on that dude. I'm not going to hate on him. But so yes, the Democrats, they can do more. For me, the problem I have with Democrats is they don't have enough backbone. They don't stand up enough. And I think you mentioned this, Aaron, about Trump. He does it. And I think we need more of that from our Republican folks. But go ahead, brother. I mean, from my Democrats. Jackie, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. My thing is this. Hey, these conversations, and I'm also a race thing. These conversations among black men to let the outside world know that we are just as engaged, we're just as locked in as any other racial demographic out there. And I'm comparing myself when I say this, I'm talking to the white community. We are just as engaged in what's going on we're just as engaged in what's going on with our family. We're just as engaged in what's going on with the economy, with our day-to-day lives. We need to continue to have these conversations because these conversations are first from the standpoint of what is in the best interest for us as a community, as a society. And so I don't have to agree with Pop. I don't have to 100% agree with my brother Aaron. But my point is that we got to have these conversations, spark conversations to spark a change, spark a different level of thought, to spark a different thought process when it comes to what we're doing day to day and how and what we can do to make our communities better. No one wants to live in a community where we got molesters, where we have rapists, where we have people domestic violence. None of us want this. Let's be very clear. We're three men on this panel. We are college educated, highly intelligent. And I do not like the fact that this narrative is pushed out there amongst us. So my goal on this podcast is show there's a different space that we're in. And I'll land right there. Appreciate you, Bob.
Yep. All good comments, brother, and I agree with you. I would really love to hear from some of the listeners. Give us some feedback on what do you think about some of the things that we've been saying. And like I said, one of the ways you can reach us is we have a Facebook page. That probably would be the best way because everybody on Facebook. But it's just DNA Hardwired, common sense turned upside down. So please drop us a line. We'll still be live streaming some of these episodes, But in a couple of months, this platform said that they're going to stop us from streaming live. So you'll just be getting a recorded version. But and again, most of you folks that are going to be listening to this, I know you personally, so you have my contact information. Please let us know. What some of your thoughts are on some of the things we're saying, on some of the things that we're not saying. But I appreciate you two brothers also. Love you both, and thank you, listeners, for listening, and looking forward to our next episode.
Hey, thanks for listening, guys.
Think it through, people.